Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Shark. Join us as we dive deep into discussions about business, accounting, and finance to help you build a business that thrives. Now sit back and have a bite with your host, the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa.
Well, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to a new edition of Lunch with the Shark. I am your host, Vidal, the Shark CFO Espinosa, and it's actually New Year's Eve, December 30th, 2020. Again, what a year. What a roller coaster. So I hope you have started it. If not, it's time for you guys to start your planning and projecting and goal setting and blueprinting and all that fun stuff that we've been talking about for the last couple of days, so you can actually achieve everything that you are dreaming about. Yes, it's okay to dream, but convert those dreams or transfer those dreams into realities. Today, we're going to actually go on the topic of your personal finances, so we can utilize the techniques that we've spoken about the last 2 days. We've spoken about how to aim for those goals and how to do the planning. So we focus mostly on your business if you're a business owner. Also focus on your self-employment, as most of you might be. And today we're going to focus on your personal finances. Like 5 ways to organize your finances for the new year's. Now, if you're aiming to buy a house, I know a couple of people that are. If you're aiming to reduce your credit card debt, your student loan debt, medical insurance debt, and or saving for retirement, saving to give that down payment for that house, and things like that, this is a very good way to start. It's not as simple as, hey, stop paying your minimum balances on your credit cards. So how much? What should I do? Things like that. Or stop buying Starbucks and you'll save the X amount of money times 365 days for every purchase that you make at Starbucks. It doesn't work like that. You can't deprive yourself for certain pleasures, to call it that way, just to save. There's other ways that we can help our savings account grow. Maybe you are not in the position of paying more than your minimum balance due on your credit cards. Maybe you are not in the position of not buying Starbucks or any other coffee from any other coffee shop. Or maybe you stop, I don't know, whatever it is, going to the spa once a week. We can't do that. I know that that's a way of savings, but that's actually undermining our own way of life. That's my belief. You can't stop certain things that you do in your life, like those ones, in order for you to save. There's other ways. Increase your revenue. Reduce your expenses in your business. Maybe don't get a raise in your salary, but get non-taxable benefits. Yes, benefits for you and your employees. Does that make sense? We need to look on other ways. We need to think different. We can't just follow the masses. I was listening today to on the Today Show, and there was an expert on goal setting, and she was saying that most people will, again, like what I said yesterday, would stop going to the gym before 21 days of setting their goal. Weight loss, the same. There's some experts that say that in order for us to achieve a mindset change or to convert those goals and patterns into a regular habit, we require of doing so between 21 days, which is 3 weeks, to 3 months. That will become a habit. Mind you, there's good habits and there's bad habits. And it's all based on your beliefs. Let's start by how are we going to organize our finances? And before I go into that, well, let's go into it, right? And I'll give you a couple of nuggets there because last couple of months, I've gotten a couple of questions from our clients is like, hey, I want to increase my credit. Hey, I want to reduce my credit debt. Hey, I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. And there's a lot of information out there that contradicts each other. Some people think that certain things increase their credit. Other people think that certain things decreases their credit score. And let's clear some items here with your personal finances. At the end of the year, it's really close. It's right, like it's 48 hours away, if not less. Okay? And we want to start fresh. We know that 2020, it's been a roller coaster, as I've said it. And I don't think 2021 is going to be different. Even though we want it to be different, I don't think it's going to be different. And I've said it multiple times. There's no new normal. We can't wait for the world to be the way it was. It's never going to be the way it was. We have to get used to what we have currently and learn to live with it. Learn to accept what we currently have at hand. Let's not hope for a miracle that things are going to go back the way they were prior to America closing in March of 2020. It's not going to happen. It's like trying to bring our dead live again. It's not going to happen until the God you believe in resurrects them, if you believe in resurrection. Only until then, that's going to happen, right? The only thing you can do is clench to their memory and live with it. But you can't live hoping to see them again at this earth. So that's the same thing that is going to happen with our way of life. We can't continue hoping to see our lives go back to the way they were. We need to move past that. And that's the same thing with our finances. Everything is changing as we speak. Everything is mutating as we speak. Even the freaking virus, it's mutating as we speak. And doctors or scientists are going to say, yeah, a virus mutates. A virus mutates. A virus changes constantly, right? So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is create a personal budget. You cannot organize your finances if you're not sure what money comes in and what goes out. A budget, it's a written spending plan that can help you achieve your goals. So start by creating a budget. When you create a budget, you're gonna realize where your money is going every single month. Yes, I highly recommend you create a budget on a monthly basis okay, based on your income. Maybe you're paid every 2 weeks. Maybe you're paid bi-monthly. Maybe you're paid on a monthly basis, okay? So I would highly advise you on creating a budget based on that. Saludos desde Tecalitlán, Jalisco, ándale. So I highly advise you on creating a budget based on the way you're paid. And then utilize your last year or this year's credit cards and bank statements. Tally up per category everything that it came out of your bank account and everything you paid with your credit cards. You're going to realize it's going to be like a cold bucket of water thrown in your face. You're going to realize where your money is going. There's certain things that you can really live without. Maybe instead of buying meals every single freaking day for lunch, you prepare your meals at home on a weekly basis, which is going to help you save money, first of all. And second, you might lose weight. If your goal is to save and lose weight, get healthier, get fit, I don't know, maybe that works. Maybe you have 10 subscriptions to different streaming services. I don't know, why not look for the one that has the most programming that you look or watch on a regular basis and cancel all the other ones? Why just have a subscription for one show? Things like that. Do you really need them or you really want them? Something I learned. Do you need or want? Separate your needs versus your wants. Get everything automatized. Working to organize your finances can require a lot of effort to get going, but it gets easier once your financial systems are up and running. And this is a great way to have clarity about your money. There's a lot of applications out there. Even your bank offers this, where they actually, and I've seen it, where they actually classify or group based on the expenses, the amount of transactions that you have under that group. I've seen that through American Express. I've seen that through Discover. I've seen that through Bank of America, Chase, which it's very clear where your money is going. And I'm talking about your personal finances, not about your business, which those should be in order because those numbers are required for your tax return for your business and your personal tax return. So do this also for yourself. But fuck your numbers, right? Focus on high interest debt. If you're dealing with credit cards with high interest rate, commit to paying them as soon as possible. High interest debts can take a large chunk of your budget. And with the interest, it may seem difficult to overcome your balance. Here's a nugget for you to save for the next 18 months on interest. And you're going to say, oh, that's very simple. That's not pay them off. No, don't. Maybe you don't have the money to pay them off because you might be living out of your credit cards due to a current situation. But if your credit score, and I'm addressing this for the people that are living in the United States, if your credit score is decent, if your credit score it's over 650 points, let's say that. And keep in mind, there's different metrics to measure your credit score, okay? There's two There's actually three credit reporting bureaus in the U.S. Two of them utilize one system. One of them utilizes a different system. Okay, so it's all based on which credit bureau the credit card companies utilize. Okay, so if your credit score is 650 or over, and you're carrying high interest rate credit cards, there's two ways of doing this. The first one is calling your credit card company and asking them to reduce your interest rate. Most likely they will. If you tell them that you're going to close the account, maybe you also ask them to waive your annual fee. Most credit cards have an annual fee. Some of them are really expensive, like American Express, but you get a lot of perks. If they say no, what I'll recommend you is shopping around for credit cards that offer 0% introductory rate for the first 18 months on balances transferred. I just saved you 18 months of interest. It's very, very simple. Okay? If you don't want your credit to get a mark for a credit application, call that credit card company and ask them to do a pre-approval process. That way you get no pulls in your credit report. That's a soft review. And if you are pre-approved, which if you have 650 points over, you might get approved, then you consider it and apply for it, get that credit card. As soon as you get it, transfer the balance of your high interest rate credit cards for the first 18 months, most likely. And then in your budget, consider paying that credit card off in the next 18 months. How do I do that? Well, balance divided by 18, that's your monthly payment. Set it on recurrent payment through your bank account. And oh, but I don't have the money. Well, let's figure it out through your budget. Do you see how everything is tying in? So we figure out through your budget, how can we or when can we pull those enough funds to make you debt free in the next 18 months? It sounds so simple. It is easy, but you need to be willing to do it. That should be one of your goals. Hey, do you know how much interest you're paying a month times X amount of time, months that you've had that credit card on the balances that you're carrying? Just look at your bank statements. Tally them up. You'll see the shitload of money that you're throwing away or paying those credit card companies on those high debt interest credit cards. Number 4, plan ahead for tax time. A common issue every year, and I've seen it year after year, it's people scrambling to complete, first of all, their taxes, and second is like, why do I owe so much taxes? I don't have the money. Well, first of all, if you had us as your accountants, you would not be saying that. And second, hey, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail, right? This is not a laughing matter. If you've been on unemployment and you've spent every single cent, and I get it. Times are tough right now. And you spend every single dime from unemployment and those benefits, you are in for a surprise. Unemployment benefits are taxable. They're equal to your salary. Every time you get your salary or your paycheck, taxes are withheld. The Employment Development Department of every single state hardly withholds taxes because you fail to check mark that little box where they say if you want to get some taxes withhold. We are actually on unemployment and we need that money. What are we going to do on April 15th when we either file our extension and we have to send the taxes? Where is that money going to come from? So instead of stressing out, get organized and plan ahead for your taxes. Taxes are not April 15th. Taxes are not from January 31st or January 20th or whenever you get your W-2 or those tax forms, all the way until the day that taxes are due. No, taxes are a planning thing month after month through the whole year. We don't have, as tax planners, tax advisors, tax preparers, we can't turn back time. If you come to us on January, February, March, April, whatever of the following year for the preceding tax year, there's nothing we can do. Don't expect us to work miracles for you if there's no deductions, there's nothing that we can do. We can do something for this current year, but not for the previous year. We don't have a time machine to go back. The proper or the best way to plan is the year that you are living in. For that year, not for the previous years. You can do for future years, but not for previous years. That's actually sort of tax evasion. If you try to plan for previous years on current year, it's almost impossible. Maintain a good-to financial folder. Yes. If you want to successfully organize your finances, you need systems in place to manage everything. Holy crap, systems in place. What are systems in place? Well, you can automatize everything, get all your bank statements into a folder in your computer, even on your freaking cell phone. Take a picture every time you go out to dinner, lunch, whatever, with your cell phone. You're carrying your cell phone. You even take your cell phone to the bathroom, and don't even tell me that you don't. So if you get a system in place and you get used to it, you create a habit, okay, then you'll get everything organized, okay? Get a system or get an application where you store all your passwords so you make it simple, easier. Bank statements, download them. All our clients get every single month, even though they have full access to their bank account, they get every single month a backup of every single bank statement that we review for them. They can just go to their emails, search for our email, and they'll get all the attachments that we've sent them through the years on a simple email. Have everything in one secure spot. Make it easy to access when it's time to either pay your bills or file your taxes. The IRS now accepts digital copies of invoices, receipts, bank statements, and all that fun stuff. Staying organized is about creating, yes, again, systems for your success. That's simple. The key element here, it's a habit. The key element here is, what's the carrot at the end of the stick? Why am I going to get financial organized? Well, are you dreaming to going to Europe? Is it just a dream or is it a goal? How badly do you want to go on that trip? How badly do you want to quit your job? How badly do you want to retire? Is it just a dream? How badly do you want to open that real estate agent office? It's not a matter of money, maybe. Or maybe you're too cheap and you don't want to invest in yourself, invest in your dream, because that's it. Those are just dreams. Or are you just talking about your dream to look cool in front of other people? And that's not what you want. What is it that you want? What's your purpose? What's your passion? Start from there. What's your purpose? What's your passion? Start from there. There, you're gonna need, for a lot of things, mostly for everything, you'll need money, which is translate to your finances. Start from there. What's your purpose? What's your passion? Yesterday, I got a message from somebody tagging me on a property that's being sold in Puerto Vallarta. And he said, hey, why don't you buy it? I said, well, I'm just looking for a new house here in San Diego, first of all. And I said, well, so you can retire. Well, I'm sort of retired because what I do, it's my passion. It's not a job. I love what I do. Is that my purpose? No, it's not. But that's my passion, which is different. They might go hand to hand. Just think about that. We have not a lot of time, but we have probably this afternoon. Maybe you're not working tomorrow, you're not doing anything tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you utilize to meditate, to think about what you did or didn't do in 2020. Meditate, analyze your fears, which are limiting beliefs, and start working on it. There's a lot of things that we can work on. It's just an idea. Well, it's been great seeing you today. We're going to end up today's show with our usual quote. But first, follow us on our social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, and I don't know how many other social medias we have, and if we haven't, or I don't know, Twitter. And tomorrow, we're going to go live. Yes. My team is out there like, oh my God. Yes, we are. And we're going to do a 2020 year review. What happened in 2020? So the quote from today comes from Dave Ramsey. He's an American radio show host, outdoor and businessman. And he said, I believe that though knowledge and discipline, financial peace is possibly for all of us. Financial peace is possible for all of us. Think about this. See you tomorrow. It's been great seeing you. Bon appetit. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to Lunch with the Shark. If you would like to set up a consultation with the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visit his website www.invictus-advisors.com and don't forget to subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.